reached the final episode of the spring semester for Inside the Nest. My name is Heidy Carranza, and I'm here alongside Deepak, Sathish, and Jason Fein.
And what a great year it's been for the Red Hawk Sports Network.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know who's also had a great year is Zack Sterns, the Montclair State senior catcher. Stearns' on-base percentage is .587, which ties him with John Deutsch for the program's all-time single-season mark. But that's not all. Stearns also set the new Division III record for hit by pitches in a single season at 37. James Gregg has more on this installment of Best of the Nest.
Montclair State catcher Zack Sterns has had an incredible senior campaign, so much so that it's been historic. Through 38 games this season, Stearns has tied an all-time Montclair State record with his absurd .587 on-base percentage. A feat like this is no small deal, and this is what Stearns had to say about it.
Yeah, honestly, it means a lot. So many great players before me have came in this program, and we have a Hall of Famer in the College Baseball Hall of Fame, which is tremendous, so it's a big deal to me, with all the history. Haven't really changed all that much on the plate a little bit more, but just staying simple, not trying to do too much. That's a big thing. It's a mental game, so it's always just trying to stay ahead of the game.
His impressive season hasn't just caught the attention of the Montclair faithful, but also the Red Hawks coaching staff. These were some of head coach Dave Lorber's biggest takeaways from Stearns' monster season.
And so we do a lot of work with our guys about the importance of ball and play, the importance of being a tough out, having a two-strike approach, right? Handling the strike zone, all of those things. And so Zack's been able to kind of come in and really understand those principles.
Stearns will hope to take his historic on-base percentage with him into the playoffs as he and the Red Hawks hunt for their first NJAC title in 25 years.
Thank you, James. The NJAC baseball playoffs are underway. Stearns and the Red Hawks entered the tournament as the number 2 seed after finishing the regular season with a record of 30-8. Here's a preview.
Different year, different players, different field, different moments, different type of tournament. The whole setup is different. It's a very different group this year from last, and so that's kind of been an interesting story of its own. And so every team kind of takes their own story and builds it from the first day. And this group, I don't think they know a whole lot about last year, a lot of them. And so it's been kind of fun to watch this group kind of get into their own rhythm. And we don't talk about last year. We don't talk about yesterday. We just talk about today, how we can get better and prepare for the next day.
Yeah, I feel really confident. Honestly, it's a good group of guys. We have a good bunch, and we've proved we can hang with every team, considering we're the number 2 seed. I think we have a good shot at winning this thing, and I'm excited to see what happens. I think our pitchers put us in a good position, and I think our hitters are going to hit, and I think we have a good shot at winning this. Really, I'm just trying to enjoy all the last moments because at the end of the day, you don't get to do this forever. So just appreciating those moments. Not really pressure, but just a sense of gratitude for those opportunities.
I feel pretty good about it. I mean, we did what we needed, getting the 2 seed, getting the bye, which helps with saving some arms for the tournament, and I think we're in a good spot. Everyone play for each other and just keep doing what we're doing and play our own type of baseball and go from there.
It's always an exciting time. The NJAC's a great tournament. There's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of tradition and history amongst all of these programs. So whoever we face, it's a great challenge for our guys. And it gives us a moment to get into postseason baseball, understand what that is, and hopefully put ourselves in a good position to get into the regionals here in a few weeks. We face ourselves every day. Our biggest challenge is, can we do what we need to do to win the game? And if we play our very best brand of baseball, then we'll take care of our business.
Here's what the NJAC baseball bracket looks like as of Thursday morning. Montclair State is hosting William Patterson in one semifinal. The Red Hawks are hoping to advance to the NJAC championship for the first time since 2016. Rowan hosts Rutgers Camden in the other semifinal. The winners will play a best 2 of 3 series at the highest remaining seed over the weekend.
Moving on to the other diamond, the Montclair State softball team closed out the regular season with a record of 26-14, earning the 5th seed in the NJAC tournament, which began on Tuesday. The Red Hawks traveled to Ewing to face the 4th-seeded TCNJ Lions. Here's Jordan Burgos with the recap.
It is the NJAC quarterfinals as the number 5 Montclair Redhawks face away against the number 4 TCNJ Lions. Starting in the bottom of the second with 1 out, starting pitcher Carly Malkenhoff gives up a double that hits the wall, putting Montclair on their heels early with runners in scoring position. Following that, shortstop Liz Mullen makes an amazing dive to keep the runner from advancing and for the game to remain scoreless. Top of the third, sophomore Jayla Vasquez would register the first hit of the game for the Redhawks. Bottom of the fourth, the Lions would try to sacrifice bunt a run home, but would ultimately not succeed. TCNJ would keep the game 0-0 by getting their 7th strikeout to end the 5th and keeping Sophia Alonso from reaching third on an attempted steal. In the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs, the Lions would register a walk followed by a full count RBI double, finally breaking the game open with a go-ahead run.
It is over the left fielder's head and to the wall. The runner rounding third, heading for home. The play at the plate is safe. Biggio scores the first run of the game.
Soon after, left fielder Zoe Turner almost makes a game-saving dive, but it would not come through, as it leads to the second run of the inning for TCNJ. In the top of the 7th, Carly Ionone with the season on the line would try to spark a late rally with a leadoff single up the middle, but the Lions would end their hopes as the Redhawks conclude their season on a line out to left field.
TCNJ moves on to the semifinals.
The season would be capped with a 2-0 loss in the NJAC quarterfinals with Vasquez, Alonso, and Ionone being the lone hits, as Montclair would finish their season with its best record since 2019.
Great stuff, Jordan. Unfortunately, Montclair State's quest for their first NJAC title since 2016 will have to wait at least another year. And as Jordan noted in his recap, the 24 wins are the most for the program since 2019. The future looks very bright for Redhawks softball. Looking now at the bracket, TCNJ is advanced to take on the 1-seed Stockton Ospreys later today, and at the same time, Kane will head to Rowan to face the 2-seeded Profs. The winners of these 2 games will then advance to a best-of-3 championship, which will be played on May 2nd, the 3rd game on May 3rd if necessary.
Turning our attention to women's lacrosse, whose season wrapped up in Ewing with a 17-3 loss to top-seeded TCNJ in the NJAC semifinals. Kara McCartney netted 2 goals for Montclair. And one final note on the team, congrats to senior goalkeeper Joey Grotkopf, who netted her 3rd career NJAC Goalkeeper of the Year award. Amra Lukovic and Lexi Robinson joined her on the All-NJAC first team.
Bell takes the snap again. Another QB draw goes straight up the gut. Still running. Flag has been pulled, yet she's still running. She's still going! Hadia Bell! Have a day!
It's just amazing. That's the second big one she's kind of broke off. 119 rushing yards in this first half so far. 2 touchdowns.
What a first season it's been for the Montclair's women's flag football team, led by the dynamic quarterback, Hadia Bell, and senior all-everything Jen Farah. The Redhawks are all gas, no brakes. They head into the ECAC playoffs as the number 1 seed. CJ Staniak has the story.
Win on 3! Together on 6!
Montclair State's flag football team has taken the ECAC by storm. Finishing the regular season with a 12-1 record, the Redhawks have secured the number 1 overall seed heading into the playoffs. The goal is simple: survive, advance, and hoist the Betty at the New York Jets facility in Florham Park.
They're a professional NFL team. That says enough, right there. Once you say that, you're going to an NFL complex. We're excited, but we're also excited with the opportunity to, hopefully represent Montclair State, in the ECAC first ever women's flag football tournament up there.
A dominant run does not happen by accident. The offense has been a juggernaut on the ground, with 7 different rushers combining for 33 total touchdowns. Quarterback Hadia Bell leads the charge with 9 rushing scores on the year, including a career-best 159 yards in their April 25th matchup against Wagner. Bell knows exactly what is on the line this spring.
I have played in 1 championship my senior year. I came up short, so this time I really want to, bring it home for not only me, but for my team. And we've been talking about this since day 1, so if we bring it back, I know it'll be crazy. I don't know, I can't really put into words what it would feel like to come home with the Betty first year program. It'll be crazy, you know, definitely gonna prove everybody wrong.
Here's a look at the Redhawks' path. As the number 1 seed, Montclair State earns a bye to the semifinals. They will take the field Sunday morning at 10 a.m. against the winner of Franciscan and either Wagner or Mount St. Mary's. Navigating this bracket requires shutting down opponents, and the Redhawk defense is entering the playoffs on a historic tear. The unit secured their 6th shutout of the season last week and has racked up an astonishing 39 interceptions. Up front, Bree Carter has been an absolute force, leading the ECAC with 21 sacks.
I need to see if it's like competition or, you know, like I'm just ready. I'm ready.
The team operates on a motto of we rather than me. They have a 10-game winning streak and endless momentum. Now it is time to see if they can finish the job in the ECAC playoffs.
The Redhawks will take the field for the ECAC semifinals this Sunday at the Atlantic Health Jets Training Center at 10 a.m.
Now passing the baton over, the track and field team had the opportunity to compete at the Penn Relays this past weekend. It is both the oldest and the largest track and field competition in the entire country. One of the Redhawks who competed is Javelin thrower Markos Hantsoulis. Here's more on his journey from the football field to track and field.
So coming out of high school, I was a football and track player. I was good at both. I loved football from the start ever since I was a little kid, and I wasn't ready to let go of playing football in my future. But turns out it wasn't the best decision, and I decided to come transfer over here to pursue track because that's another thing I was great at and I should have done coming out of high school.
He's very quiet. He's a very quiet individual. You know, with all the accolades that he's had, not only at the college level now, but also in high school, he's a very humble person. You would never know that, he's an elite track and field athlete just by looking at him. He's very humble, he's very quiet, likes to keep to himself, but once he's around his teammates, he's a lot more comfortable. Then he's very much outgoing.
This is my freshman season, so I have a lot more going in, 3 more years, but I still see myself like high up there. I set my expectations pretty high for myself. I got some great competition in this, conference, but I think I can place pretty high.
He's incredibly strong. He's got a good size. He's 6'2", maybe. Does really well in the weight room. He's got great technique, and really above all else, he's got an amazing work ethic that really pushes him to be the best that he can be, and he's off to a phenomenal start.
Here are the top 5 javelin throws in all of Division III this year, and as you can see, Hantsoulis has the 4th longest throw in the nation, with an impressive 221 feet and 7 inches. Rowan's Demetrius Hester has the longest throw in the nation this season at 240 feet and 5 inches.
Let's move to women's track and field, where the record books are being rewritten. Last week at the Penn Relays, the 4x100 meter relay team broke the school record that was set 14 years ago. Sophomore sprinter McKay Alby out of Jackson, New Jersey was one of the 4 women on that relay team. Natalie Luongo has more on her record-breaking year.
Records once thought to be unobtainable are meeting their match at Montclair State University. In just her sophomore season, McKay Alby is rewriting the history books one race at a time. 6 school records, including one in the 200-meter dash, that stood for over 4 decades. And she's just getting started.
It was honestly shocking because I didn't think I could achieve something so quickly, because track wasn't something I thought I'd take seriously when I got older.
The 200-meter record was set back in 1983, with a time of 25.32 seconds. Alby broke that record with a time of 25.07 seconds.
Breaking a record like that, it means a lot. It means that I have more power than I know that I have. It makes me feel like I'm running not just for myself, but I'm running for people who can't run. So to break a 43-year-old record, I'm doing it not just for me, but for them.
Earlier this month, Alby set the school record for the 100-meter dash with a time of 11.96 seconds. The last person to set the record? McKay Alby in her freshman year.
I broke it twice. It breaks my heart, knowing that I didn't think I would take this seriously, but here I am.
There are a lot of people behind the scenes that support a player's growth. Alby credits not only her coaches, but her teammates, the ones especially that ran with her 2 weeks after making MSU history. The 4x100 relay team went on to break the school record and win their heat.
Who did that?
I don't know if I would imagine if we had this kind of season, because this year we've gotten to know each other so much that our trust in each other, I say, do you trust me? I asked him exactly that question before our record-breaking race that day, and we got our 47, and I'm so glad. I'm so happy for all of us.
Being a young athlete and already having multiple accolades under their belt is not an easy feat. At times, the pressure can be overwhelming.
I did cry, there was a lot of anger. I'm a perfectionist, and if my races aren't good, I go into a really bad mindset of saying, oh, I want to leave, I want to quit. But in reality, it's one bad race, I gotta get over it.
Alby has accomplished so much at Montclair State in just 2 years. When looking at the future of her track career, this is what she had to say.
I want to be a coach. For the freshmen that are coming here next year, I want to be able to help them get to where I am. I want them to be on that line. I want them to take my record. The message I hope to send is keep running. I said I was going to quit many times. I didn't. I cried it out. I kept pushing, and now I have so many records. It's just all about that love for the sport. Keep loving who you are. Keep knowing what you're capable of, and that's all that matters.
6 records down and a career still unfolding. This is only the beginning of McKay Alby's legacy.
Thank you, Natalie. Get ready for a busy weekend on the track. The Redhawks are competing in the NJAC Outdoor Championships this Saturday and Sunday, beginning at 10 a.m. at the Ramapo Athletic Center in Mahwah. Admission is free to all spectators, so get out there and cheer on your Redhawks as they go for a championship.
Yeah, and speaking of championships, when you build a winning culture, the accolades follow, and that is exactly what happened for men's basketball head coach Justin Potts, who recently earned All-Met Division III Coach of the Year honors. Danny Valverde has the story on this edition of Montclair Strong.
Success on the hardwood doesn't just happen. It starts with leadership. And for the Redhawks, that leadership has been clear all season long. For Montclair State men's basketball, head coach Justin Potts has been the driving force behind it all.
It was a really fun group to coach. Super selfless, really committed to the process of trying to become as good as we could. And this group obviously maximized it.
In his 7th season with the program, Coach Potts led the Redhawks on a historic tear, a program record 25 wins, an NJAC regular season championship, and for the first time in Montclair State history, they were ranked #1 throughout all of Division III basketball.
As it started to go along, it was nice to be recognized, and I think that recognition just shows the amount of work that we all put in as a program. We lead the state of New Jersey in wins in the last 4 years at any level, Division I, II, or III.
Following one of the greatest seasons in Redhawk history, Coach Potts earned NABC District 4 and All-Met Division III Coach of the Year honors, as he and his staff were also recognized as NJAC Coaching Staff of the Year. Although the awards may say Justin Potts, he credits everyone on his team and coaching staff for the accolades.
It's a team award for sure. I don't make a basket, I don't get a rebound, I don't have any assists. You win games because you have really good players. You win games because you have a really good staff. I think that's the reason we won it. We have the best coaching staff, in my opinion, around. Coach Ross, we're like having 2 head coaches. We added Coach Kieran this year, who played for us for 5 years and now is an assistant. Coach Bishop's been with us the whole time, obviously, so he provides, good support as a guy that played here. Those guys have equal opportunity in terms of they have a voice in how we do things and how we operate. Those guys are critical to our success. The Met Coach of the Year says Coach of the Year, but I kind of look at it as the NJAC thing. That's a staff award for sure.
But this run isn't just about what's happening on the court. It's the energy around campus that's helped push this team forward. From the home opener to hosting the NCAA tournament for the 2nd consecutive season, the Montclair State faithful were there every step of the way.
Amy connects. Gabriel Goss. Coming to the gym every day was a ton of fun. I think the biggest thing for us as coaches is this is a special place to work. It's a great university. We have a lot here. We led the league in attendance, so the turnout's great. We get great community support. When you have that, you can just go coach. You don't have to worry about many other things.
For Justin Potts, it's more than wins and awards. It's about building something bigger. And this season proved just how strong that foundation has become.
We have now reached the end of this episode. It has been incredible working with everyone this semester.
And of course, none of this is possible without the incredible men and women in our control room.
So for all of us here at the Red Hawk Sports Network, we hope you enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in the fall.